Insta vlog, London on a budget, day 6.
Working on our beats. Just working on our.
I don't want to be vlogging like this. It looks weird.
Guys, tell you the weather in the UK is so good right now. I'm considering buying sunshades. It's so sunny out here. It's really warm and nice. So I've been vlogging for almost a week now. I'm doing this whole Insta vlog thing. This vlog is intended mainly for Instagram, but it will be on YouTube as well. Remember to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Even if you're not watching on YouTube and you're watching on Instagram, head over to YouTube and subscribe. Anyway, that said, I want to talk about the pros and cons, or advantages and disadvantages of vlogging on Instagram versus vlogging on YouTube. I'll start with Instagram. Number one, vlogging on Instagram, I found this past week, is that it's fast. The content is very quick. It doesn't need to be serious. It doesn't need to be well put together. You can just put your camera in front of you and basically just talk and upload it. And it's very good if you're doing a vlog. The second advantage is that it's accessible. When you're vlogging on Instagram, you're probably going to be vlogging with your phone. You just bring your phone out of your pocket, vlog, do your thing, and upload it. Very accessible. You don't need to think about things too much. You don't need to go and get a camera. You don't need to think about extra gear. It's there, it's accessible. Number three is when you're vlogging on Instagram, and probably with a camera, it's quite inconspicuous. It draws less attention than when you're vlogging for YouTube. When you're vlogging for YouTube, typically you're filming on the horizontal 16:9 frame, rather than the vertical one I'm using now, the vertical frame for Instagram. So when you're vlogging like this and you have your phone, that way held vertically, people will think that you're just on a video call or that you're recording something for Snapchat. It's not as off-putting or as weird to them than it is when they see you holding your phone horizontally or holding a DSLR or a mirrorless camera and vlogging with a Gorilla Pod or whatever. Yes, the fourth advantage is numbers and views. A lot of people have more followers on Instagram than they do subscribers on YouTube. That's if they even have a YouTube channel. And the numbers on Instagram are actually better for many people, especially if you're a beginner. The chances are you already have lots of numbers on Instagram. Plus, because IGTV is new, they're really trying to push, and all this while I've been saying Instagram, I'm really talking about Instagram TV, because Instagram and TV and Instagram kind of work together. Instagram TV is really trying to push people's content and give people more views so that people will use it more and take the attention away from other platforms like YouTube. If you're to upload content on Instagram and on YouTube at the same time, depending on your following, especially, let's say if you're a beginner or you're a newbie, chances are you get more views on Instagram TV than you would on YouTube. Now, the disadvantages of vlogging for Instagram. The first one is that typically you're filming on this, portrait mode. And the real estate with this isn't that much. You don't get to see as much of the environment as you would if, one is filming on 16:9 or horizontal or a landscape portrait that you typically find on YouTube. With this kind of mode or this kind of frame or whatnot, you only see, it's pretty much a talking head like this one right now. Another disadvantage of vlogging on Instagram TV is that I don't have that much content on Instagram TV, but the few that I do have, I noticed it took a while for them to upload, and I've heard other people complain about the same issue as well. Uploading does take a bit of time on Instagram TV, so that's a downside to vlogging on Instagram TV. So let's just move on to YouTube. Now, the advantage of vlogging on YouTube, and really the term vlogging did come from YouTube when people would create daily content or weekly content and put it on YouTube. I think that's where the term actually came from. So it is native to YouTube. The first thing, or the first advantage, I'd say, you get to see more real estate. It's more aesthetically pleasing. There's a lot more going on. There's more motion graphics. There's more of an environment. There's more of a production in YouTube vlogs in terms of production value and entertainment value. So that's an advantage. The second advantage of vlogging on YouTube is that you're potentially reaching a wider audience. I think YouTube does have a larger user base than Instagram. So potentially, if the algorithm is in your favor, YouTube reaches a wider, you could potentially reach a wider audience on YouTube than you can on Instagram. What's the third advantage? You can do a whole lot more. You can edit your video on the website. You can include music. You can adjust brightness, saturation, do one or two things to your video right there on the website as well. So that's a plus. Another advantage of vlogging on YouTube is that YouTube is a good storage space for content that has long-lasting value, for evergreen content. I mean, on Instagram, content that is very relevant for an extended period of time may get lost on Instagram, but because of YouTube and the way YouTube is, and it being a search engine on its own, the second largest search engine in the world, if you have content like travel tips and how to save money while traveling or visiting London, you'd want that to be on YouTube, where people can find it and refer to it and search for it, because it tends to be more discoverable in a place like YouTube than it would be in a place like Instagram TV. Now, disadvantages of vlogging on YouTube. Where do I begin? The numbers and the views and the algorithm. YouTube is awesome and all, but YouTube is a place that promotes you only if you're doing well. So your video, while it could potentially reach millions and millions of people, will only reach millions and millions of people if it is doing well, if it is promoted, if people see it. The more people see it, essentially, the more people will see it. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, the views aren't fantastic for content or vlogs on YouTube if you are a small creator, if you have a small following and whatnot. The second disadvantage of vlogging on YouTube, the uploading process can be a bit hectic. You're uploading an optimization process. You have to add tags, titles, put the genre, put the name. There's just a lot involved with uploading a single video on YouTube, so that can get a bit hectic. So yeah, let me know which one works for you. If you were to start a vlog today, which one would you go with? Would you go with Instagram TV or YouTube? I think YouTube favors more established creators and people who want to put a lot more production value into their content and who are willing to grow over an extended period of time. YouTube is good for them. But for people who just want to put little bite-sized information and don't want to put that much thought into their content, even though it is really great content, and just want to do it on the fly, I think Instagram TV is the place to go for them. I'm heading out. I've warmed my it's not a panini, my doner kebab that I had left over from last night's dinner, and I'm heading into town to meet up with a friend who I think you guys might know. Hectic. It is so sunny, Jesus.
Working on our beats. Just working on our